Sorry.
Yeah, and she bought 2 books, so when she looked through one, there was one.
And Cassidy just sent me an email, and I don't want to give you a wrong name. Okay.
Carl, before we get started, I sent you that Masco sports piece.
Oh, yeah.
They've outsourced it. And I agree that and he said, so next year, class will be really looking at that. Andrews 4 years ago. And Andrew just outsourced too, half of theirs. So I don't know if we ever start looking at that. Masco seems pretty progressive with a lot of this stuff, so.
But there's a body of, I would say more than half, a lot of districts are going back the other way though too.
Oh, really? So it goes back and forth.
Well, you have another set of issues.
Is that
You
secretary
have
going
changing
for good?
people every
Just,
day.
just like with cafeteria.
Yeah.
Food service, right?
You have a changing cast of characters.
Right.
But, you know, maybe that's, not to say we shouldn't.
Next year, we should look at it again.
Oh, good, good. I just, maybe, yeah.
And make focus.
All right, so we don't call a meeting to order because, well, okay, let me get organized here. I'm flummoxed here. I'm flummoxed.
Lummox.
Flummoxed. Flabbergasted.
Is that a Webster word?
Flummoxed. Okay, we're all set. All set? Call the meeting to order, the North Reading School Committee. First item on the agenda is public input. If there's anybody out there who's not on the agenda, who wishes to be heard on an item, or anybody who wishes to be heard on an item. Do we have anybody out there? No, okay. All right, now, Dr. Troughton did not tell me, we have 2 groups here to present, and Dr. Troughton did not tell me who to pick first, but I'm gonna guess, yes, since I have a number of questions from Mr. Bernard on the high school handbook, I'm gonna let the Batchelder School Council present first. Sorry, Mr. Bernard. I don't have that many questions, John. I'm only pulling your leg. All right.
Good evening, all. How are we tonight? That's it. See how quickly we can get you through here so you can get to the high school as quickly as possible. To my left, I have Marcy Bailey, who's a parent representative on our school council. To my right, I have Sue Shedd, another parent representative on the school council. Tabitha Hydorn, school psychologist on the school council. Missing tonight is Caitlin Tully, classroom teacher who's on the school council. She's actually on a week-long teacher training down in Virginia for social studies. And Betty Green, our community representative, is traveling this week, so she was unable to attend. And Judy Hall, thank you. Marcy Bailey, parent rep, was unable to attend as well. Before I start to go over the school improvement plan, I just want to update. I'll write a letter. This kind of happened towards the end of the school year, but within the elementary schools in North Reading through Reading Municipal Light, they conducted a contest between their 4 servicing communities to see how many parents would be willing to sign on and change a light bulb as far as that. But the good news is, in going through, the Batchelder School was awarded a $2,000 grant for making energy efficient improvements for that. So I went last week to receive this over at Reading Municipal Light. So that'll be something I'll forward a letter to, but just to get you updated on that, which we're very excited about. As far as the school improvement plan, it's pretty straightforward. I don't know if you had an opportunity to review. You know, I think that the nice things to go through quickly is to understand where our enrollment is. It's looking like next year We're gonna be up over 560 students, pre-K to 5.
Is this next year's enrollment in here?
Yes, it is, on page 3.
Because again, just like with the hood, and I don't know if Dr. Troughton, you have the same issue here with the integrated classroom, but some of these class grade sizes, I think the 98 in grade 3 is, that's troubling to me. Now, does that include integrated students that are integrated into the class also?
That's everybody, that's all our grade 3 students.
And so when those students are integrated in, there's usually aides or?
No, these 98s, they're just typical
Oh, okay, so you don't have
grade
the,
students. We don't
Okay.
have a language-based program.
Okay, they don't have a language-based,
That
okay.
impacts our
so that's a concern to me. I don't know if you have another classroom if we had a fifth teacher, but that's a pretty high number. That's 225s and 224s. Not like you have any that are really small, but I'm sure, David, that's one spot you'll be looking at over the summer. Not that there's much we can do, but.
Redistricting.
The target for the Bachelor School has always been 4 classrooms per grade, and where you draw that line becomes a question.
What happens with for example, grade 1 now, we have 5 sections of 99 students. Does that 5 section then move along with those students up until grade 5? Is that what the plan would be?
That's what.
That's what we hope, that's what we hope.
That's what we
Yes,
hope
be
the
that
plan.
question.
Right, that's what we hope the plan will be.
And that was the plan coming from kindergarten into first grade, which is a great thing because we would have been in the same problem for our first grade classrooms for next year as well.
Sorry to get off track.
No, that's okay. It's important.
It is a question, and that we may, at some point, as the community continues to change, we have this new housing complex going up at the Berry Center.
Oh, don't worry, there's only like 4 kids in the
Right.
whole complex.
I think you're going to see more. But that right now is in the Hood School, and so as you get those kinds of shifts, we may have to come back and take a look at where those lines are drawn. Because the Bachelor School is not designed to manage 5 classrooms per grade in kindergarten through grade 5. And keep in mind that at the Bachelor School, we have 4 modular classrooms. I'm sorry, at the Hood.
Here we go.
No.
Good thing I'm going on vacation
That's the
tonight.
point. There are no modulars put into the Bachelor School. At the Hood. And there are 2 at the Little School.
Right.
Mary, make sure you.
I got it.
You got it.
Sorry, Sean.
That's okay. I'll go right over to the goals on page 16. And quickly walk through those, and you'll have time to review the plan, and we'll be back to report. Under curriculum and technology, our school council continues to work with our instructional support team and the district-wide curriculum committees to provide the best education possible for all students. With the additional resources and staffing, the district will need to reconfigure our service delivery model and communicate changes effectively with faculty, staff, and parents. One of the nice planning changes for this summer is through the priority and all the work of the town and the school committee and the board of selectmen, everybody, we do have some additional learning center and reading support at the elementary schools this year, which is a nice summer task to plan for something positive. So often we've been dealing with cuts and different issues, so we've been trying to rebound. This is actually a progressive plan, and our faculty's working on that. In doing that, we want to be sure that we can communicate effectively amongst ourselves as a faculty with our parent community about what the changes look like inside our school and what it means to their children, and then also be able to report back to the school committee about the positive progress that we've made with those changes. Through continuing curriculum initiatives as far as differentiated instruction and our response to intervention planning, I think we'll be able to create a nice map of what we're doing with our resources and how it's best supporting students. The one area that will be our challenge is in going back from obviously the early release day and the time of day is trying to find the time for communication and collaboration with now more adults working with kids and sharing kids. Finding time within the elementary school day will still be our challenge to look at to try to figure out the best way to provide teachers enough opportunity to do that. Over on page 17, we talk about we're going into our third year with the Houghton Mifflin program and our comprehensive reading literacy approach. Through the work of our district-wide committees, the classroom teachers, and our reading specialists, we continue to work on defining the core program of Houghton Mifflin, and then also appropriately mapping our supplemental curriculum issues to make sure we're meeting all the needs of the frameworks and consistently pacing throughout the district, so all three elementary schools are sharing some similar experiences in preparation for middle school. I think that with the additional reading support, we'll be able to do a better job with our guided reading as far as our comprehensive literacy, and then start to focus more about finding right titles. And as far as level readers, that's one of our big things as far as just right books, we call them, books that are age appropriate and reading level appropriate for all students, instead of just saying second grade reading level, understanding that some kids are 1.5 or 3.5, finding the right literature and putting kids' hands at all times during their day.
Yeah, we added 2 reading thinkers to be split among the 3 elementary schools.
Over on page 18, we continue to work on the technology, the integration of technology. We're kind of at a crossroads right now for ourselves, and it's going to be a large focus for myself to make sure as a school we can take steps forward, mostly in the area of professional development. Right now the bachelor school is in a unique position where we have the technology, we're updated coming off of our building project, we have access, we have laptop carts, we have projection carts, we have a smart board in our computer lab. With the reduction and the pullback of the integration of technology, teaching, and then in addition the paraprofessionals, it's the support and the training for the teachers that I think as a school and a district we need to do a better job to make sure the teachers are properly tooled to use the technology appropriately in the classroom. So that is something we're going to have to focus on with the support of our in-district professional help.
Is that something teachers have to choose to sign up for, professional development courses that would address that need? Or is that something as you as the principal can insist that they take part in?
Professional development is you try to make it a dual-edged sword on that. Is if we say it's a district-wide goal and I say it's a school goal, usually the teachers will share some level of support of that goal. We're going to need that as a 101 or a 201 class. What we're really going to look to is for our teacher leaders to take, because there's some teachers who have a lot of experience with the technology, and using them as models and getting teachers to go in and observe one another of how to use it effectively in the classroom. So it's a little bit of both. I can get them so far, but they really need to want to be able to do it well for it to be successful. Yep. Right. And I think that will lead you to a bigger question as far as, teachers and contracts and things like that, which you'll get to. As far as the teeth to it, hopefully when I'm sitting here next year, we'll be able to talk about specific things that we've been able to accomplish as a school, not only as individual teachers.
I think there are also some issues here that we've talked about for a number of years, which is the computerization of the standards-based report cards, because